Hi, Chanel here. I've got a great treat for you today, which is my low GI beautiful frittatas. So I'm going to get straight into it. You won't see my face now as I show you what to do. Okay, so for these mini frittatas, you need to have 1 cup of cooked quinoa. So that quinoa has actually been soaked for 7 hours before I cooked it, and it will take a little bit less cooking time than your normal quinoa, and it's much better for you to soak the quinoa as it has phytic acid in it, and if you have leaky gut, that can actually inflame your leaky gut if you don't soak it, so it takes away the phytic acid. And quinoa it's actually a bit of a superfood because it has complete protein and it has a beautiful balance of amino acids and lots of trace minerals, so it's actually extremely good for you. It's also a seed and not a grain, so it's ideal for people on gluten-free diets, people that have any leaky gut symptoms, possibly may be able to eat this as it is a seed and not a grain. It will depend on the individual though. I can eat quinoa and I think it's truly delicious. So it's a cup of cooked quinoa that has been soaked. So we're going to put that in. We're also putting in a cup of grated cheese. Pretty simple. Here I've grated 1 zucchini, which is grated. There's also some sun-dried tomato, and there's about 1/4 of a grated onion. So it's all grated. And put that in. It's a very quick and easy little snack. Now I'm going to also add in about 60 grams of finely chopped feta cheese to give it a little bit of nice texture. Now I'm going to stir that around to mix the ingredients, and then I'm going to add some eggs. And I'm going to cook these in a muffin pan, and I've greased the muffin pan with coconut oil. Just use my fingers and spread the coconut oil on the muffin pan. You'll get a nice browner result with your frittatas if you do that. I've tried using the patty cases and they tend to stick to the patty cases, so it's nicer to bake it straight in the muffin pan, which I will show you in a moment. And also, coconut oil is extremely good fat. Even though it is saturated, the fat is lauric acid, which is quite helpful for long-term heart health. And it's a great fat to bake with because it can withstand higher temperatures than normal fats. So we've got that mixed through. Now we're going to add 3 eggs to this. So I have 3 eggs here. I'm going to add them all at once. And I'm going to mix that around. Now once I've got this mixture mixed around, that's it. And then I'm going to pop them in my muffin containers. Now you can add whatever spice you like to it. I'm actually going to add a little bit of Celtic sea salt because Celtic sea salt is extremely good for you. It has a lot of trace minerals, a much higher amount of trace minerals than ordinary salt does. And I'm going to add just a little bit of chili powder to this because I love chili. You don't have to, but it's something that I really enjoy. If you're making these for kids, obviously you'd leave this out, but I love a little bit of spice, so I'm going to add that. Now that's all there is to it. You can see that it's very, very simple. That's the actual mixture. And now I'm going to put that into my, as I said, I've greased my muffin tin with some coconut oil. So I'm going to place probably 2 tablespoons in each of these muffin pans, and I'll cook that at 180 degrees for about 15, maybe 20 minutes, depending on your oven. It's best to place it in the middle shelf when you're baking because that gets a nice even temperature. And as I said before, these are an amazing snack. They keep you going. You can have them in the fridge, and instead of having to cook breakfast, you can pull a couple of these out and have these for breakfast. You can have them for a snack. If you're feeling like your blood sugar is a little bit low, grab one of these, high in protein. And as I said, the quinoa is a fantastic food to have. Great for celiacs, great for people that don't want to have grains in their diet, people who've got leaky gut, if they can tolerate it. And that's all there is to it. Now this doesn't make 12, it only makes about 8. That's okay. And now we have finished making that. That is going to go in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you, and I look forward to the next video sharing my tips with you. Thank you.